Go. Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports NFL Predictions Show, Week 13. I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Josh Dome.
We have a couple our regular guests tonight. My broadcast partner, Chuck Kolchuk.
Good evening.
Successful Wycliffe win today.
Another big win today for the boys and girls.
Yes, both. 2-0 now.
2-0.
And Gavin Stanky returns. Gavin was on the show early on in the season, third or fourth week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin said the Eagles would be good. He's not wrong.
No. He's not wrong.
And then our technical producer, Tony Throckmorton, has returned.
Just happens to be one of those days where he decides to show up.
Yeah. He had, couldn't really get out of it today.
Yeah.
The bowling and then,
Mm-hmm.
So he's, how'd you bowl today, Tony? What were your games?
240 something, and then I think I went 211.
There we go. That's
Which
good.
it's better than Monday. A lot better than Monday.
At the end of the day,
But we won.
We
We
won
won.
both
That's
matches.
all that matters.
That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Winning is what matters.
It's a team game.
Just ask the Browns.
In this format, it's definitely a team game.
Okay.
Early plug. Okay.
So Tony,
Yes.
would you like to go over what happened last week
All right.
and then the overall standings? There wasn't any really change. I mean, nobody moved because everybody was close.
Everybody was
Yeah.
close. So last week, Josh 11-7, Chuck 11-7, Tommy 10-8, me I went 10-8, Tim went 10-8, and Ben went 9-9.
He sounded
and let me
so
tell you-
surprised.
What? That I went 10-8?
Yeah.
I was
Don't let him bug you, Tim. He doesn't.
I
need
was
to
ahead of
talk.
him for most of the week. I was. Ben recovered nicely because Ben was 6-9 at one point. I
6
think?
and 9, I think. After
Yeah.
the 1 p.m.
Yeah, and
race.
Ben recovered
Yeah,
nicely.
but we're at the top for a
Thanks,
reason,
thanks
baby.
for Ben
That's
being.
right.
Oh, stop it, Brewers.
and then in the overall standings, Josh in first at 129, 74-1. Chuck 128, 75-1. Tommy
Yeah,
100,
close one up there.
121 and 82-1. I am at 118, 85-1.
Wow.
Tim is at 114, 89.
Let's go, baby. Catch up, Tim.
Really pronounce that 114. I will
Yeah.
say that.
And then our guest is at 89, 65-1.
And they've been.
And they've been.
We've had a couple weeks where we didn't have a guest, so
Yes.
it's lower. They'd be ahead of me if we had a guest every week. But
I don't think so. I don't think so.
you don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. So we got a couple high school games this week.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do. We've got, of course, that disappeared as soon as I wanted to look at it.
Ah, Tim.
We've got our first one, Cincinnati, Wyoming. No, let's do the other one first. Maria Stein versus Kirtland. Okay, we'll go in order. But what we're gonna do? We're gonna be good hosts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Gavin go first.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be, he's our guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He is
He's
our
our
guest.
guest.
What do you think?
He's our guest.
What do you think, Maria Stein versus Kirtland?
Don't know much about Maria Stein, so I might have to go Kirkland.
It's just smart.
Yeah.
Josh,
The smart move. I'm gonna go Maria Stein.
really?
Yeah, we were looking over stuff last night, and my gut's telling me this Maria Stein squad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chuck.
I'm going with my heart. Staying in Lake County, Kirtland.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kirtland too. Tony's probably. What are you doing, Tony?
You know. He's
I'm with Josh on this. I'm going with Maria Stein.
All right. That's hey.
Before the game.
I'm trying to pick a game up somewhere
Mm-hmm.
in the standings, so thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. And the next one, I can pick with my heart with this one because Cincinnati, Wyoming versus Cleveland, Glenville. Cleveland Public Schools have never won a championship.
That'll
In
change
football.
this year.
They've never won a championship. And I honestly believe, and I'm not just saying this, I honestly believe that if they win, this has to be a big deal for the kids in Cleveland because, they got a lot of challenges. Even if it's short, they need to do like what Wycliffe did when Wycliffe won the state championship in baseball. Even if it's getting off the freeway at East 9th and driving down to Progressive Field, they need to tell people so people can line that street
Yeah.
for those kids.
Yeah.
It would be pretty amazing. I think. What do you got, Gavin?
Grew up around a lot of people that actually went to Glenville. Grew up in that area, so I might have to go Glenville. I know what those guys are about. I know that a lot of them can become hotheads and let the egos get to their heads. But I think this is the year where they change that around.
Yeah. What do you think, Josh?
I'm also going to go with Glenville.
And Chuck?
Ted Ginn Sr., class act,
Yes.
Glenville.
And technical?
I'm going with Glenville.
Okay, all right. You know, you could have your first name, technical. You could have been right there in the Cavs game last night. They called technical fouls like they were going on a style last night.
Oh,
I think
boy.
those officials thought they were getting paid by the whistle.
How much whining did Embiid do last night? From what I
Hey, guess what he played as a kid?
it's just
Soccer.
Oh.
There we go.
unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Every time I turn around, Embiid was whining to an
He's
official.
such a whiner. He is such a whiner. We're not going to have a college game this week.
Hey, Tim, who are you picking?
Oh, I'm going with Glenville.
Oh.
Shit, I almost cried talking
Yeah, I
about it.
know.
Of course I'm
Yeah.
going to go with
I'm
Glenville.
going to make sure.
I mean, yeah. So, we have no college game this week because no college team worth talking about is playing. So, let's go with, we got the first NFL game of the night,
Yeah.
of the week, and that's tonight. The Bills at Bills.
Bills at Bills?
Bills at Bills.
Ah, Bills at
Patriots.
Bills.
Yes,
okay.
at Patriots.
Bills at Bills.
Yeah. Tony didn't get that.
No, I didn't. I got it.
You're
from
slower than me
listening.
That's
sometimes.
technical.
That's
That's
not good, Tony.
Tim, that's technical over there.
Wow, I'll tell you. Okay, Gavin.
Bills are way too good, and the weather isn't looking that bad, so we're going Bills.
Okay. Josh.
As I said last week, Tim, another day, another win for the Bills.
Okay. Chuck.
Too much Bills.
Yeah.
Just too much for New England, I think. Bills.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Allens. Tony?
I'm going to go with the Bills.
So we got that. So, you know, it's going to happen. We all pick the Bills.
I am curious on how that pass rush is going to look because it's already an average pass rush.
Yeah.
Without Von Miller,
and I want to thank
it's going to
you.
look crazy.
I want to thank you. He's out 4 weeks.
Yeah, they did put him on the
Be
IR
back
today.
the last 2 weeks. I want to thank you for
Potentially.
dropping him. So I picked him up, put him on the IR. Why? So thank you.
Players.
But you
Inconsistent.
can never stack enough players.
Yeah.
I am much better in fantasy sports than I am in picking. So I'll say that. But then we got here's a stinker. Just because I don't like the NFC South team. But I just certainly don't like the team that's playing them. Steelers at Falcons.
Uh-huh.
What do you got there, Gavin?
I'm going Steelers.
This is another one that's close.
Definitely going Steelers. The O-line I don't think is going to be able to keep up. Now, it's going to be a defensive-driven game, but I think the Steelers' defense is definitely a lot better.
Okay. Josh?
This is one of those games where I just don't know who to pick. They're both bad. It's hard to pick. But
I don't think the Falcons are as bad as they are.
I don't know because after watching last week, it's hard to pick those Falcons. But with that being said, I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Okay. Chuck?
This was one of those tough games for me.
I have a feeling.
Oh, your feeling is way wrong. The Falcons.
I thought you were going with the evil one.
I can't, no way.
Yeah.
I'm going with the home team.
That's what I was hoping when I did the figures. I'm like, I can't pick. I can't.
Home team.
I mean, I may not like the Falcons, but yeah, then the Steel. I mean, come on, it's a whole different hate.
Home team.
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. What do you got, Tony? Oh, we haven't mentioned Tommy's
Jesus.
Oh,
picks. Who did Tommy pick for the high school?
Tommy went Glenville and Kirtland.
And
For tonight's
the
game,
Buffalo?
he went with the Bills. For
Okay.
this game, he's going with the Falcons.
Okay. And you?
I know it's going to be a close one, but I got the Falcons coming out on top.
Steelers pick?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
So,
I
Let's move on to a true stinker game. One of the longest rivalries in the NFL. I think the longest, actually.
Maybe. I think
Packers at the Bears. What do you got, Gavin?
Packers. Aaron Rodgers owns that team, and he's going to until he retires. I got the Packers.
Okay. Josh?
Yeah, we're going to go with the Bears.
Chuck?
If I'm not mistaken, Justin Fields is not playing.
It's not as of right now.
He's not?
I believe he is not playing as of right now. And
What does that mean? Nick Foles or something?
Yeah.
What do they have?
Trevor
Trevor
Siemian.
Trevor
Ah.
Siemian.
Oh, I
Man.
did see that, yeah.
Trevor Siemian's good to go,
Aaron
baby.
Rodgers will
He went on
play.
the bench.
He owns the Bears.
He does.
Packers.
Well, I'm gonna go the Josh route. I'm gonna pick the Bears.
The Bears.
What did Tommy say?
Isn't
Tommy-
Darnell Mooney out?
Tommy.
Said the Packers.
Tommy said the Packers.
Yeah.
This is like every other person. And let me guess, are you picking the Bears?
I'm going with the Bears.
Hold on.
Every other one?
I want to hear your cases for the Bears because they have no Justin Fields,
My
no Darnell Mooney.
my analytics showed the Bears, so that's
They
all
got that horrible guy that I hate so much, Chase Claypool, though.
Mapletron.
Isn't that a hard?
Well, yeah, he's
I
definitely
do
a wide
believe this
receiver
is
one.
going to be
Yeah, baby.
AJ Terrell is
a
locking him up
high-scoring
the entire
affair.
Oh, Claypool
entire-
would like to have a good game.
He's got
I
AJ
just
Terrell guarding him. There's no way.
Justin Fields has been playing better. I just don't see the Bears.
No.
I don't see
All
it.
right.
But
Well,
Revenge
let's
game.
move
that's
on.
why we pick them, right?
Hey,
let's do
we'll see what
this
happens.
game very quick. Let's just say who we think.
Okay.
Jaguars at Lions. Kevin.
Jags.
Justin.
Who?
My name's on the damn show.
Whoa! Who's the quarterback for the Bears that we were just talking
This is
about?
live.
Who's the Bears quarterback we were just talking about? That's why I'm telling you.
That Justin.
Okay,
This
Josh.
is on. You guys saw that. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Jags. I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Okay. Chuck?
W.
Can't do it. Detroit at home,
Oh my God.
taking
He
the
said, "Oh my
Lions.
God."
Detroit Lions.
Okay. I'm going with probably like my sixth most quarterback I don't like. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Tommy
Sunshine's
picks.
back,
Oh,
baby.
it's got to be Lions.
Tommy's got the Lions.
Yeah. What about you?
I know it's gonna be a close one, but I'm going with the Jags.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Yeah, it was very close in my thing.
Dan Campbell's got to win this game.
Oh, I think he's in good shape there. I think he's in
T-Law.
good shape.
T-Law is back, though. It looks like
He's a
Calvin.
Who'd you pick, Chuck?
The Lions.
All right, let's
Oh,
go
boy.
with.
See, this is either going to go really good for me or really good for you this
That is
week.
correct.
Let's go Jets at Vikings. Let's make this a quick one too, even though it's probably a good game.
It could be a good game.
Jets at Vikings, Gavin.
I got him overlooking the Jets. I'm going Jets.
Okay, Josh.
Hey, real quick. Last time he picked Jets, they won. It
And
was
you
against the
are
Browns.
Josh.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings though.
Okay, Chuck.
Vikings.
Tommy is what?
The Vikings.
Vikings.
I mean, come
What
on.
about you?
Come on,
What
Tim.
about you?
I'm going with the Jets.
I just wanted to save mine for last because you guys
That's
know
just
how
'cause he
I.
picks stupid
You guys
ones.
know how I hate New York,
Correct.
but I'm going Jets. Jets.
Hey, we
Oh,
went with him
wow.
last week, but no, my boy
I
Jay
just-
By
said
know
numbers,
like the
it was the
Vikings.
closest one. It was the closest one of
I-
my.
And
I
that
can't wait for Jay
and
Jones
White
to
is
have a
starting
great
for the
week
Jets.
in
Yes,
fantasy.
and that's one of the reasons
And
too.
my boy Kirk
I don't feel so
Thuggins
bad
had a
about
great week
picking
in
them because
fantasy.
yeah.
Mike White, baby.
So here we go.
Like what season?
Let's go to another quick NFC East
Oh,
matchup.
I don't think this one's quick either.
Commanders,
I don't think this
Commanders
one's
at
quick either.
Giants. What do you got, Gavin?
It's going to be the second best game of the week.
Okay.
I'm very scared to go either way. Daniel Jones has the it factor this week. I'm going the Giants.
Okay. Josh.
You know I'm going with them Giants.
Okay. Chuck.
This was a tough game for me.
Yeah, mine is my second hardest.
And typically on the tougher games, I'll go with the home team, and I'm sticking with that. I'm going with the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so am I. What did Tommy have?
Tommy had the Commanders.
He did.
Yeah, he likes his Heineken.
It's not
What
a
do you
bad
got?
pick.
What do you got?
It's like Chuck said. This is a close game, but I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the
Well,
Giants.
you know the
Okay.
Giants. I mean the Giants.
This
I
is
think
the
Tommy's
week.
the only
I
one that
don't
picked the
know if-
Commanders, right?
So, it's with the whole NFC East. If the season ended today, that whole division is in the playoffs.
Oh, that's good.
I kind of found that interesting. Like I didn't think
It's
about
never
it.
happened before.
And we thought
I
they were
know.
the NFC least coming.
It
in.
won't happen.
I know.
No.
If anything, everybody had.
Giants
But let's,
still
okay,
first.
let's get moving here. We got the Titans at Eagles.
Another tough matchup.
Gavin.
Titans are too one-dimensional in my opinion, so I'm gonna go Eagles.
Okay, Josh.
I'm gonna keep going with that Eagles train.
Chuck.
This was a tough game for me. They both can run the ball really well, but I think the Eagles have the advantage. And again, the Eagles are home, so I'm taking the Eagles.
I've got the Eagles also. What does Tommy have?
Eagles.
What do you have?
Eagles.
All right. All right, there we go. Here's another one. Here's one.
Jeez.
This should be easy, quick too.
I don't know. I thought last week was easy. And quick with this
Broncos
team.
at Ravens. What do you got, Gavin?
Patrick Mahomes almost has the same stats in this month than Russell Wilson does the entire season. Going Ravens. Russell Wilson sucks.
Well, there we go. I agree.
Uh,
Josh?
As you and Tommy say, but as Tommy said last week, I'm gonna go with the Dirty Birds.
Okay. Chuck. Are you actually? I don't know. You've got to hate them both, I'm sure.
I don't like either
We're
team.
old time. We have
Russ-
scars from
Russell Wilson, I don't know. Either he's been overrated his whole career,
No,
but I can't believe he's been this bad.
I can't either.
And Denver's stuck with him.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can't
Oh,
do
they are.
anything. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
stuck
No.
with him for
Yeah.
at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Didn't
I'm
want to say that out loud.
going to go with the Baltimore Pigs too.
Yeah.
What do you got? What does Tommy have?
Tommy has the Dirty Birds.
Okay, and you? Oh, come on, you're not.
Come on. They're 3-8. Russell
okay.
Wilson has more.
Okay.
He has more
Okay, yes,
bathrooms
I-
than touchdowns.
They
Come
couldn't beat their
on.
own mother in a football game right now.
Is it Marcus Williams back this
So who
week?
are you picking?
From
The
IR?
Broncos.
Okay, there we go. Oh my God.
Marcus
I mean-
Williams is back.
I mean,
too.
people
That's-
go to the bottom of the standings for a reason, right?
Here is one that I think one team is dropping and one team is not very good all year. Seahawks at Rams. What do you think, Gavin?
It's a lot closer than
I think Seattle's.
a lot closer than people think. And with Matt Stafford playing as bad as he does lately, and Cooper Kupp being gone,
They have a lot of issues besides Stafford.
and those young guys on Seattle look absolutely amazing. I'm going Seattle.
What do you got, Josh?
Tim, I already think you know who I'm going with. I'm going to go with my boy Gino and the Seahawks.
Okay. What do you got, Chuck?
Too many injuries for the Rams. Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going Hawks too.
Oh, yeah.
What about you? What about Tommy?
Tommy's got the Rams in this game. And
So maybe he doesn't only pick the Rams when they play the Buccaneers. Maybe he actually thinks they're good still. I like that. What do you got?
I got the Seahawks.
Okay. So Tommy's either going to be behind me this week or he's going to be ahead of all of us. Got Miami at San Francisco. Now this probably is going to be the
This
best
is gonna
game of
be
the week.
good.
This is a
Yeah.
potential.
So what do you
Super
got,
Bowl matchup.
What do you got now? What do you got, Gavin?
It's a hard game. Depends on how much Mike McDaniels knows Kyle Shanahan at this point. It is a revenge game for Mike McDaniels. With that being said, though, I mean, the Dolphins' defense just won't be able to keep up, and the 49ers have the best defense. And it's kind of steep between 1 and 2. So I'm going to go 49ers here.
Okay. What do you got, Josh?
You know me, well, you know, Tim, I finally admitted,
I thought of you when I was doing this pick last night, what you
No.
would say.
I admitted last week that I was wrong. 49ers are that good, and they are going to win a big game here.
Okay. Chuck.
49ers have their starting quarterback of the future. playing right now.
Yeah, who's been their quarterback of the past. Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's very
Correct.
good.
And they're playing their best football. And again, I always struggle picking a team when they're going out west or coming out east. So 49ers.
Yeah. I have to agree with you on 49ers. Garoppolo is their quarterback. Sir Lancelot's got a, I'm going to trade him or something. I don't know.
They should probably look at
Yeah.
moving them. I would say.
So I got to go with 49ers. What does Tommy say?
Tommy's got the 49ers.
Okay, what do you have?
I got the Dolphins.
Okay,
Of
I
course he
figured.
does.
I figured
Shocking.
I'm
Shocker.
stunned. I'm stunned.
It's not unrealistic. That's the best
Yeah.
toss-up that he's picked.
Yeah, that is true. I agree.
That
with
was
that.
a,
That is the
that
best
was,
sports
this
pick.
was a very difficult
Okay.
game for me.
Here's-
This was another
I
difficult
know,
game
yeah.
for me.
This
It
one
really
was too for me too in my analytics. Believe it or not, this
Yeah.
next one, I can't believe it was.
It's gonna be.
That it was
it's
as
gonna
close
be a
as-
good one.
But we're gonna go quick on this one because time is. Whew, we're like the weather guy that gets 2 minutes and he's in the fourth round.
Oh boy.
Chiefs at Bengals. What do you got, Gavin?
Chiefs.
What do you got, Josh?
I'm gonna let you have it. Tommy's not here this week. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay, what do you got, Chuck?
It's going to be a high-scoring affair. Chiefs.
And I'm gonna go with my homie too. Chiefs. What's Tommy got?
Chiefs.
Oh yeah, because he'll never pick the Bengals. I mean, even if it was like, what do you got, Tony?
I got the Chiefs.
Okay,
Is Jamar back?
He's
Yes,
questionable.
he's.
I think he
He's
could be
questionable.
back this week. Yeah.
I
They
surely hope
said
he is
he
back
is
though.
playing.
This
That would
one
be
Because I
nice.
know in one of my
This
leagues
one.
he is
I
questionable.
have
Stunned
a
me.
two lead.
that my analytics, who I picked in this one. Chargers at Raiders. What do you got?
My Super Bowl prediction coming this season was Chargers, Eagles, and man, Chargers had a chance, but those injuries are just murdering them. With that
And
being
they
said,
don't
the
play well.
Raiders.
And they don't play well.
Yeah. With that being said, the Raiders really, 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 really suck. I'm going Chargers.
Okay. What do you got, Josh?
I'm gonna go with your other homie and Herbie. Go with the Chargers.
What do you got, Chuck?
This was again a very difficult game for me.
Yeah, I can agree. I can. Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, I would say.
Yeah.
As crazy as it is, I still don't think the Raiders are as bad as they've been playing.
They proved it to me.
I took the Raiders in this game.
Oh,
And-
Chuck, thank
and-
God.
and-
Thank you.
And so did I.
The analytics
I went
of the
against-
Raiders?
yes.
The analytics?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Do you know
I-
how many injuries they have?
I'm like, look, I'm going against my boy,
I know, and Herbie.
Just Herb.
Just
And,
Herbie.
and
against
again, difficult game. I go with the home team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that might be it because I add some extra, like when I add points up is what I do, and I add extra points for the home team,
Again, it was one game.
and that's what.
Look how the Raiders played last week. They didn't give up. Josh Jacobs was just
He's
a
a
stud.
beast.
Yeah.
No, I got him in fantasy. Though.
I'm
Well, and
thinking that
You
momentum's
think about it
going
with
to
those
keep
defensive
going.
injuries the Chargers have.
Yeah, I like the Raiders.
And what does Tommy have?
Chargers.
Okay, what do you have?
I got the Raiders.
Tommy's talked crap about the Chargers all year now. He picks.
I know.
He has. Rips on Justin
I
Herbert.
know.
You know. Oh,
Because
how
he's going with the smart pick.
It is a
wow.
smart pick.
Okay. So, Colts at Cowboys. This should be a quick one. What do you got, Gavin?
Got the Cowboys. They
Yeah.
look amazing.
What do you got, Josh?
Let's go with the Cowboys.
What about you, Chuck?
Cowboys.
This game is on Sunday, and it won't be Saturday's day. Cowboys.
I like that.
Tommy,
Cowboys.
and you.
I got the Cowboys.
There we go. That's a clean sweep. Okay, so now let's get to
In Tim's eyes, the second, or not? Yeah, he's not
let's
even.
get
up there.
to the. It's I
Monday night
can't
game.
imagine this game will be close. Browns,
But who knows?
Texans.
Indy Cowboys is Monday night.
Browns, Texans.
Isn't?
No, not this
No.
week. No.
Tampa Bay's
Browns,
Monday night.
Texans. What do you got, Gavin?
Deshaun Watson.
The Savior is back.
He's getting his revenge game, man. Hopefully he plays as good as he was when he
He's holding it in, baby.
I'm going Browns.
I can talk about this game
Now-
and the situation all night.
I know.
Josh?
Now, you guys may be flabbergasted by my pick here, but I'm going to go with the Browns.
Maybe I'll start with for a second.
Chuck,
Well, obviously,
what's your feeling going into this game?
the feeling is that it's all about money.
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree.
I don't want to hear no crap or anything that tell me that this wasn't that what they wanted from the beginning.
Oh, they love it.
They planned this. This is what the NFL
But
wanted.
it's not the number one game on CBS.
It's, I was not a big fan of the Browns trading for Watson. I was not a big fan of them signing him to the big contract.
No.
Granted, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
He is a very talented quarterback.
The Browns sold their soul to the devil to get this
Yep.
guy. I think he's going to get hurt, and I still think the Browns will win.
Yeah. What do you got? What does Tommy have? Browns?
Yeah. he's got the
What do you
Browns.
got?
The Browns.
I don't think he's
Texans.
picked the other team
Okay.
at all this year.
No, I have once. Or twice.
I think that in the current climate, since it's been a Netflix show or one of them streaming network shows, I feel like, honestly, there are Browns fans out there who would say, look, he covers well in the secondary and he just makes people disappear. And they win games because of him. I feel like there's Browns fans out there that would say, hey, it's about winning. We have to sign Dahmer. Browns fans have sold their soul. No, Deshaun Watson is not like him, but I feel like there are some Browns fans out there that would take him if they could, because they just don't, they can look in that mirror and they don't give a shit. This guy's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. Browns fans ripped Ben Roethlisberger for years. That was 2 women. This is 26 women. Yeah. Oh, who cares? Who cares? Huh?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, who cares? He can play quarterback, he's good. But I want to also ask this question.
Here we go.
I want to also ask this question. What did he really win with the Texans? And they had a good defense a couple of years. What did he really win?
Nothing.
Not a lot.
It doesn't.
There is no guarantee that this scumbag is going to lead them anywhere.
No, it's not. I'm not
But
saying
let's
that.
trade for him and make our city look bad.
I'm not the fucking.
They
front
represent our
office.
city.
Well,
That's my problem with him. I might be a Buccaneers fan, but they still represent my city.
Okay, I'm not a part
I'm
of
not
the
saying
office.
you. I'm just saying. There
I'm
are
just a Brown-
fans.
I'm just a
There are
Browns fan.
fans that will defend this guy to the end.
Okay.
They think the women victims are fakes. It's bullcrap. This is why women won't come forward. This is the reason, right here. Deshaun Watson. The type of things people have said about the women is the reason women won't come forward. With that being said, I'm picking the Browns. 'Cause that's the
Thanks
smart-
for that. But
Yeah,
I,
that's the
I think
smart
I
bet.
think today's probably not the day to get into Deshaun Watson talk, so I think we should move it along.
Well, how are we not going to?
I
Like
know.
I've been told by every Browns media person that this is all anyone wants to hear about.
I guess. I mean, I could really care less. He's a good quarterback, and they're probably going to win the football game. That's all that really freaking
Okay,
matters.
well that's what I'm saying. No, it has to be a draft. We should just let it go away now because the suspension's over.
at some
I'm not
at
saying
some
that,
point,
but
at
it's just-
some point, you have to.
No way. He's a scumbag.
The Haslams. They sold.
I'm gonna ask
the
you a
Haslams sold their soul to the
Exactly.
devil.
Chuck is right. And I want to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, he served his suspension. Did you say stuff about Roethlisberger?
No.
I know.
Yeah, you did.
I
No,
you
I
probably
didn't.
did.
No.
You never
No.
called him any names.
Over the years.
No, because
I
he's
did.
on the
Yes,
Steelers.
so did I.
I called him
no,
a tree.
So did I.
I've only
You
said
called him a
for-
what?
What?
I called him a tree. He's a movie.
I've said him for
yeah.
the yeah right.
That is
no,
true.
for the sole fact that he's on the Steelers because I don't like the Steelers
That
as
should-
a whole team.
Ah.
I didn't say anything because of that.
So then Steelers fans I mean, I guess they're justified in saying stuff about Watson now, huh?
Yeah,
and
sure.
don't call them hypocrites because it's more about the rivalry than anything else.
For me, it is. I don't like the Steelers.
Oh, by the way, and by the way, let's get to the Buccaneers game. We'll get to the Buccaneers game. But I should have screenshotted it so I could have showed it. It was like 2 days ago. Was 8 years since the Browns lost to Tampa Bay, or the Browns beat Tampa Bay in Cleveland. And I posted after the game, it looks like Tampa Bay is going to draft either Marcus Mariota, Brandon Hundley, or Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I got one.
And I said in the post, I hope they don't draft the scumbag Winston.
That's exactly who they drafted.
So, anyone who says I should be quiet because of Winston, you're wrong because I never wanted him. I never wanted him. So, the last game of the week, Saints, Buccaneers. Speaking of
Speaking
Jameis
of,
Winston.
is he playing?
Who?
He's playing, right?
Who?
Winston? Is
Oh, I thought Dalton was still starting.
I have no idea. I don't.
No, he
I don't
might
pay
be
attention
playing
to the
this week. Who
Saints.
knows?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so. They're smarter than playing Winston. They realized. So what do you got in this game, Gavin?
I bet the Saints every time these two teams play against each other, and I'm still going with
In regular season, it's been pretty much that, yeah.
Yep.
What do you got, Josh?
This one was honestly a really tough one for me. Usually, I have trouble with Tampa with two teams, and it's the Saints and the Rams. But I went with Tampa both times, and like I said, I'm gonna go with Tampa.
Yeah, what do you got, Chuck?
I took Tampa Bay in this game.
Yeah, I did too, because the numbers showed. I must not have even been close because I didn't put my confidence thing yet. So the numbers must have been pretty. But who knows? You're right. It's the Saints. I don't know. They struggle with them. What do you got? What's Tommy have?
Buccaneers,
Okay, what do you got?
Saints.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You had to know the rant was coming.
Oh, I knew it was
Yeah,
coming.
no.
I just didn't know if
You
we
had
had
to know.
time for it.
Well,
You make
we
time
probably didn't
for
have time.
Yeah.
But and that's true. Like Chuck said,
Yeah.
you make time. You can't ignore this. You can't ignore.
As much as you want to just let it go and say, all right, he's a member of the team, there's too many factors that go into this, and I've always been, and I just speaking for me, I don't like cheaters. I don't like players that take drugs. I don't like players that commit crimes. Now, I will say that Watson has not been convicted of any crime.
Neither was Roethlisberger.
Okay. However, it's just a bad feel for the city, and
That's it.
And for the Haslams, I don't know why I was so surprised they gave him this contract, but giving him this contract just to get him here to me was even a little worse.
Yeah.
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 And now the Browns, as much as they've struggled, now they're the most hated team in the league because of what they did to Watson and his contract.
Yeah.
So this is something this city's going to have to deal with for the next 10 years.
This is 100% how I would feel. But I know they wouldn't do it. If the Cavs or the Guardians did this exact same thing, I would be so angry. I would not defend them at all. I would not defend them at all. No way would I defend them. You can't defend this type of thing. The hillbilly and his wife don't give one crap about how bad this makes our city look. They don't care. They do not care.
Because they're not from here.
Nope, they don't care.
I think
They don't care.
it doesn't surprise me after they signed Kareem Hunt after that whole thing.
But the
too.
whole league is a joke.
Yep.
Well,
A lot of people didn't like that either.
Yeah.
But again,
Doesn't surprise me they go back to it.
that's why I don't. A lot of people aren't so surprised they did this with Watson. And I believe in second
And-
chances.
and
I
I'll
believe
never-
in all that, but it just
And
it's just
you
not
and
a
I've
good-
talked about it, Chuck. I will never say what Kareem Hunt did was the right thing. It was not.
It wasn't the one.
But there were other circumstances. Things happened that night. And this was a one-time incident.
And I actually know a lot of. what
There's not
happened that
26 women saying Kareem Hunt kicked him in the stomach.
night.
You know, I know. And I covered him as a kid in high school. You know, and this thing, yeah, that's different. That's different. But and I'll say, before all this happened, I was a Deshaun Watson fan. I was.
Everybody
I was a fan. He had a tough childhood. He grew up poor. One of my favorite players of all time, Warwick Dunn. One of the first houses he donated was to Deshaun Watson and his wife, his mom.
Mom, yeah.
Yeah, so there was nothing like, well, I don't like that guy from the start. I was waiting for this to happen. No, I liked the guy. I thought he was, but now
And I don't want the Brown. I know what I say, and I stick by what I. But that doesn't mean I want the Browns to lose.
no, and I was
Okay,
talking
let's make that very clear.
Yeah.
I still
No,
want
I
the
got
Browns
it.
to win.
I-
I will still. Browns
Yeah.
are my team.
Yeah.
So
And that's it. See, I was talking to a former classmate today. We're going over today, and that's okay. It's okay. I was talking to a former classmate today who's some bowls on the bowling team, and we were talking about it. And I never once have said Browns fans should not be Browns fans and root for their team. You always root for your team. You root for your team. Because like she said, she's still going to be here rooting for the Browns when he's gone. So why should she stop rooting for her team? But she wishes he wasn't here. I feel the same way. You know what I mean? Browns fans should still be Browns fans. That's your team that you loved since you can't even remember. But it's still not a good thing.
In closing here, I will say that I definitely agree with the contract. I think that's awful. The contract is horrible. But yeah, I'm just ready to close out here. And when
I think
this
we
is
just
done.
better. I think if Browns fans better just hope. One last thing, that he don't do anything else, because they're going to have a lot of money to eat, and he will be nowhere to be found. That's,
it's better result in a Super Bowl. That's
It's
all
better.
I gotta say.
or they should all be
And
fired.
his contract, with this contract,
Yeah,
it better result.
because isn't
in
that
a
what they
Super
told
Bowl.
everybody when they traded for him? That's what they told everybody.
They
So
build that team in Madden too.
I think that's it for this week. We had a spirited show tonight.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't like conflict. Josh is
No,
not.
no,
Josh
I
is
don't
not a
mind.
conflict person.
It's just
He's not.
if I was prepared for this, I was not prepared for this.
I was
Josh,
prepared for this.
How could you not
be?
How could
prepared
you
for
not
this?
be prepared? You've known me for 4 years.
Yeah, I guess
How could
I
you
should.
not be
It's just,
prepared for
I
this?
just thought we were just talking about football and just and not getting real into it that in depth. That
And you
much.
know what?
I knew you were going to
But
say
let me,
something.
But let me
like-
tell you something, Josh. You know what? That's what the NFL loves. They love that you would just ignore it. They love that.
That's what they want.
You
That's
thi-
what
you
they
think
want.
I'm getting, like, you
And-
think
and-
I'm getting baited by
and-
propaganda and everything.
Watson
I'm my
today.
own person with my own.
I know you
freaking
are. I
thoughts.
know you are,
And-
Josh.
And I have
I
good
know
moral
it, and that's what
thoughts.
stuns
And
me.
here's the thing.
But
yeah.
that's what stuns me.
I'm just a freaking football fan.
Oh, I
I'm
love
just
football.
a Browns fan.
I love football.
And I do not like drama.
I
and
love
I don't need.
football.
And I'm feeling the drama
Well,
in this room right now. The extra,
don't
and I
blame
am
me.
not in the mood
don't,
for it.
Don't blame me, Josh.
Okay.
Blame Jimmy Haslam. Okay?
No, I don't like Haslam.
He brought it all on.
Yeah. Okay.
He did. So that's it, I think, for this week. And I guess
Yes.
we'll see
you
you.
sure?
Yes.
We'll see you next week
Yeah.
on Josh and Tim Talk Sports.
Good night, everybody.